Hello, collective. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into another reading for you guys to see what the messages are and what you may need to know at this time based on whatever your situation is, okay? So I hope these messages help you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong. That would be unwise. Go with your intuition first before anything else, and make sure that you follow that above all. Okay, anything you need to know is going to be below in the description box. You guys be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. If you want to book a reading, that's below. Let me know in the comments if the reading is resonating for you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and see for the collective guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration. Father, Mother, God, what is it that the collective needs to know at this time, at this juncture? Ooh, rich man, journey, and one more card. Engagement. So the rich man card is in reverse. There could be someone who is a little bit financially unstable right now. They could be making a journey or attempting to make a journey to communicate with someone, to talk to someone. Very specifically, this could be a poor person who is, I don't know. They could be traveling to marry someone. I don't know. This could be some type of situation where somebody from far away is trying to marry someone for their wealth or their abundance. This could be a person who lives beyond their means. Like they could make a lot of money, but they spend too much money. Okay. There's some type of communication going on here about travel, possibly as well. What's at the bottom? Planning. So yeah, somebody's planning a trip or planning to take a trip, planning a journey. And then we have fame. Interesting. Somebody could be traveling in order to possibly change their life or change their circumstances. This could be someone who, like, you know, when people say, oh, I'm going to move to California and become a star. That could be what someone plans to do. But someone is making some type of plan. This could also be someone making a plan to possibly attempt some type of strategy to get with a person who is more well off than them, who has some type of fame. I don't know. This is not a great energy, okay? It's definitely giving weird vibes. What else, Spirit? What does the collective need to know? Starting a family? Okay. Starting a family, leap of faith, checking on you. Get out of here. Leap of faith says, trust your intuition. Jump off the crazy train. Make a new life. And I said juncture. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? So somebody, a conjunction, isn't that a connection? What does conjunction mean?
Conjunction means a word used to connect clauses or sentences or to coordinate words in the same clause, e.g., and, but, if. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
No. Well, it says the action or the instance of two or more events or things occurring at the same point in time and space. In time or space. So conjunction, something about a train. Somebody could be taking a train, plane, some type of transformation, a connecting flight. Some of you may be on a flight and you have a connecting flight, and at the airport you may meet someone, or at the train station, you may meet someone. Like, I know when you take public transportation on a train, sometimes you have to take one train, get off, and then get on another train to actually get where you're going. So this is a conjunction, trying to connect two things together. I feel like there's someone who is living beyond their means, or someone who is not very wealthy, who is taking a trip or a journey, and you're talking to this person, making a connection with them. And it kind of feels like someone is trying to make a connection with you because they know you can benefit them. But now this could also be a situation where you're encountering someone or meeting someone who, it's like maybe they don't look like they have wealth or money, but they do. It's two different situations. So either you're going to be in the group of people who are communicating or talking to someone who doesn't necessarily have your best interest at heart because they're kind of plotting on you. They may be broke and you have money and they're plotting on you to start a family with you or to make a connection with you because they feel like you can benefit their life, and their plan is to travel towards you or get you to travel towards them so that they can get their way. And then for some of you guys, you're just taking a trip or you're traveling and you may run into somebody famous or run into someone who is very wealthy, but they stay out of the public eye. That's so weird. Power. Having power struggles. Be assertive now. Treat yourself like royalty. Tempting. Missing the intimacy. Friends with benefits. Recovering from infidelity. Yeah. So this could be somebody trying to scam people who are lonely. This could be a person trying to make a connection with a wealthy person because they're broke. This could be somebody trying to get pregnant by someone or get someone pregnant in order to trap them. But it could also be a situation where it's like, don't judge a book by its cover as well. Because somebody may be very well off. Jeez. Somebody may be very well off or have more than what they appear to have. This could also be someone taking a chance or taking a risk, a leap of faith to change their life and go on a trip or go on a journey or move across country because they want to make a better life for themselves. They want to start fresh with their family, or they want to start fresh so that they can create the life that they want. There is a power struggle here. So that indicates to me that whoever you are watching this, if there's someone who's trying to involve you in a plan or a plot or a strategy that you don't feel connected to or you don't feel intuitively is good for you, don't get lost in the sauce of the situation and avoid things that you should pay attention to just because you're tempted to have some type of like connection with a person. I also feel like there's a power dynamic here that's imbalanced. So someone is in a stronger position than the other person. One more card for the collective. Bad health. There's someone here who's very codependent or dependent on other people. They could even be having health issues. Great fortune. Courtship. Yeah, and it's like engagement, speaking to each other, checking on you or getting to know you, talking to you, getting to know more about you. Someone could be trying to do a romance scam. I just did a video about that. That's so crazy that this is coming up in a reading. That is so crazy. Cause it could be several different things. There's plenty of people who watch these videos, and even if it's depending on who watches these videos, it's like the situation and circumstances could be different for each of you. If someone is trying to pull a romance scam on you, by the way, it's 444. Saturday, October 4th, 2025. I almost said 2024, so you may want to go back to October 2024. But today is Saturday, October 4th, 2025 at 4:44 p.m. right now. I would get up and show you the TV, but it's not that serious. But it's like there's a power dynamic here that's very imbalanced. And it's like, okay, for example, if somebody's trying to pull a romance scam on you, get you to travel towards them, wanting to, propose to you really, oh, they want to marry you and propose to you, but you're doing better than them, you may want to assert your dominance, especially if you're very non-confrontational, or not assert your dominance, but just, be assertive and speak up and, don't just follow along with what somebody says because it sounds good or it sounds tempting or it sounds like something that, looks good on the surface but may not be good underneath the surface, because someone could just be using you for what you could do to benefit their life, and they want to, have all these grand plans, and they're already talking about marriage, and you don't even know them like that. Y'all just started to get to know each other. It's weird. Okay, for some of you, don't judge a book by its cover, because you may see somebody and, you may not know that you're meeting your future spouse, your future husband, your future wife. The 9 of Cups just popped out, 3 of Cups at the bottom, and the 4 of Pentacles. Wish fulfillment. Getting what you want in a situation, falling in love with someone. I don't know. It's like that first message is really strong with like the romance scam thing. But then there could be a person who you're meeting in passing here, like on a connecting flight or while you're waiting for your connecting train or something like that. And you're talking to this person, and you may not know that you're talking to someone who, who's very like wealthy or well off, but they don't look like it. They don't dress like it. You know the saying when people say you never know when you're in the presence of like angels and things like that. I'm not sure this person is necessarily an angel, but you don't want to judge a book by its cover, because you never know who you could be speaking to, and it may be someone who is meant to be in your life for a very specific reason. This could also be someone judging you by the cover, and they may want to treat you a certain way, not knowing who it is that you are. And it's like Spirit is saying, don't let people disrespect you in those situations, right? So that's the second scenario. The third scenario is someone who wants to change their life for the better, because they know that they deserve more in life, and they want to do better for themselves. But they could be like, if someone decides, I want to up and move from, Florida to California because I want to pursue my dreams and goals and make a better life for myself. But then when they get to California, people kind of try to take advantage of them. Because they're just naive. And they're tempted by whatever's being offered to them, because they think that's how, Ace of Pentacles, they think that's how they're going to get this better life, but it could just be a trap. So there's 3 different scenarios there that I'm picking up strongly with these messages. For those of you who could possibly be falling for a romance scam, this person just had a baby with somebody, and you may not know that they just had a baby with somebody, or they may be pregnant with somebody else's baby. Somebody might be trying to trap a person with a baby, or make someone else be responsible for another person's child. Okay. What's this? Spirit, what is this? The King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. And the 7 of Cups. Okay. So that is a pair. That's a match. What's the King of Pentacles? The 10 of Pentacles. What? The Emperor and the 4 of Pentacles. Someone is very cheap. Very cheap. and petty with money, but not like, I don't know. This is somebody who drives the same car for 20 years because they don't want to spend money buying another one. This is somebody who walks around looking like a hobo, but really they got a lot of money. That's what it feels like to me. I know I just hit the camera, but that's what it feels like to me. Or this is a person who may act like they have a lot of money, but they really don't. So take it how it resonates, y'all. Taurus energy, Virgo, Capricorn, and possibly Aries as well. Somebody is creating an illusion that they're a match for you, or that they have what you want when they really don't. Don't fall for it. Or this is a situation where someone is presenting themselves one way, but they're really another way, and it could go either way. What's the King of Pentacles? This could even be somebody who's like online dating, but you think it's a man, but it's really a woman behind the profile. They're just using a man's picture, or vice versa. What's the King of Pentacles? The Emperor. Okay. But these rats, you get what I'm saying? Three of Cups, Ace of Swords. This could even be somebody from your past who is very codependent, who's planning on taking a trip or coming towards you or reaching out to you to talk to you because you've come into some type of wealth, and it's going to be very tempting for you not to fall for this person's trap. Okay, because it's just weird, these little rats that are in the Ten of Pentacles. It's like somebody's trying to get to a person's money or get to a person's wealth somehow, using illusions. Seven of Cups. Three of Cups, Ace of Swords. Somebody this could even be a person who is wealthy or well off, but they're very stingy and cheap. And instead of like spending their money, they want you to spend your money. Three of Cups, Ace of Swords. Truth, clarity. There's some type of like celebration, or I don't know, with this Three of Cups, it's like this Ace of Swords and Three of Cups. It feels like there's some type of celebration that comes at a price, or it comes at a cost, or it comes at some type of sacrifice, or something positive. Getting something that you want with the Three of Cups comes with like a price or some type of sacrifice. What's this Ten of Pentacles? The Four of Wands and the Hermit. You could be finding out somebody you're with is actually very wealthy. Somebody who you've been talking to, dating, that you met. You could be finding out that they're very wealthy. This could also be somebody finding out that a person who they've been dating, you're finding out the truth about this friend or this romantic love interest. And maybe they're married. Some of you who are married or in a relationship with this person, you could be finding out that they've been holding back money or hiding money. I don't know. The Sun, it's just, yeah, Sun and the Ace of Swords. There's a truth that's being illuminated. I don't know if it's positive or negative, depending on who you are. But the Sun and the Ace of Swords is like, dang, it's big though, because the Wheel of Fortune is on that Sun card. Leo energy, Virgo energy, Aries energy, Taurus energy. Somebody hit the jackpot. It feels like somebody is finding out that they hit the jackpot with somebody, and then the other person is finding out that they married a snake, or they got pregnant by a snake, or they had a child with a snake, or a sneaky person. It's like the snake is being discovered in a relationship, okay? Somebody is finding out who the snake is or who the liar is, okay, with this Hermit shining the light on this snake on the ground. or you're finding out somebody was with you for the wrong reasons, or somebody lied about being married or in a relationship, or that they lived with somebody. It's a secret. It's definitely a secret. High Priestess. Your intuition is going to tell you. That's why they said follow your intuition. Jump off the crazy train. What's the Emperor? I also heard don't be afraid to start over. Somebody might have been in a relationship, been living with someone, been in a committed relationship, a marriage. But while they were engaged, they were still talking to you, checking on you. What's the Emperor? Ooh, Knight of Swords reversed. Four of Cups. Nine of Cups. What's the Knight of Pentacles reversed with this Emperor? The Strength card. Don't doubt yourself about somebody. Because I kind of get this vibe where somebody doesn't have anything to really offer you, even though they may look like they do. Somebody may be presenting themselves as if they're wealthy or single or available, like they have something to offer you. But I don't know if they really do. It's like this King of Pentacles whole persona is kind of like not what it appears to be, or they're not coming off how they appear to be. And this could also be a situation where, yeah, somebody could be coming towards you and presenting in a very wealthy light. Like you could have a person who's wealthy or famous or well off, and they're approaching you. They want to talk to you. They want you to date them or talk to them or connect with them in some way, shape, or form. Friends with benefits, all this, I don't know, all this other stuff. But just because somebody else has money doesn't mean that's your money. That's the message I'm getting. Just because somebody is wealthy or famous or rich doesn't mean that you're wealthy or famous or rich with them. It doesn't mean that they're going to share with you. It doesn't mean that their money is your money unless you guys are married. And you may be finding out that this person is already married, or they just had a kid with somebody and they're in a relationship. I don't know what the heck this is. Three of Wands and the Four of Cups with the Strength card. We just saw the Four of Cups with the Nine of Cups. So you could be expecting or waiting for someone to come towards you, and you could be feeling rejected or disappointed because they're moving really slow, or they're not coming towards you at all. They're not making any effort towards you at all, or they want you to constantly come to them. Travel to me, take a trip to me, use your gas, use your money, use your savings to book hotels and flights and all this stuff to come to me. Put wear and tear on your car to drive to me. Got you doing crazy things. Or are making promises that they don't keep. They constantly come back and forth into your life, kind of like disappointing you every time. Because every time they come into your life, you're expecting them to do something or change up their behavior, or, I don't know, make a plan with you that's actually solid. And they never do. And then it kind of leaves you in a position where you're feeling disappointed, and they're the one who ends up winning, or they're the one who ends up getting what they want and benefiting from the situation. So I don't know, with all these pentacles, I don't know if this is somebody who owns a company, a business, a label. Like, it kind of feels like it's either somebody romantically involved with you or professionally involved with you. And if they're romantically involved with you, it's like they either are presenting in a way that's not genuine. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is regardless. So whoever this is presenting themselves in a way that's disingenuous. They're claiming they have money and they really don't. They're claiming that they want a relationship when they really don't. They're claiming they're single when they're really not. They're claiming they're going to do something for your career, but they really can't or they won't. Whoever this person is very stingy. What's this bad health, rich man reversed and starting a family? Yeah, someone that has responsibilities, burdens. Even if they do have money, they're paying child support, or they just had a baby with somebody, or like they just bought a house. They're looking for a house. Their money's tied up in property, land, something else. 8 of Wands. Whatever they're saying to you or communicating with you is just to get your attention, or I don't know. 8 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo energy, Virgo energy, Aries, Taurus. They could even be telling you things to get you to make a decision that works out for them or is in their best interest to get their way when it comes to a situation involving you, or to get you to make a decision that they want you to make because it benefits them. This could be somebody who's a very smooth talker, or they talk really fast or something, or they want to move forward quickly with you. And that could be a pregnancy trap, whether you're on the receiving end of the pregnancy or the giving end of the pregnancy. Okay. I kind of feel like somebody wants you to be stuck. Either with they want you to foot the bill, or they want you to be stuck with them. What's the 10 of Wands? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they want to force something to go a certain way. But it didn't come out, though. What's the 10 of Wands? Oh, my God. 7 of Wands. Yeah. They're trying to force something to go their way. Okay. What's this checking on you and engagement? Check. Ooh. Anyway. I don't like complicated. Anyway. What's engagement and checking on you? Hangman. This person, who is this arrogant ass bitch? Because this person is really like sitting here, like they're checking on you with the mindset that you're just sitting around waiting for them to call. 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands. You see what I'm saying? They know that every time they come towards you, you just waiting on them. Or they're only coming towards you because you wait on them hand and foot, or you treat them like royalty, or you treat them like they're famous. King of Swords. They know you waiting on them. They know you stop everything. Sun card, moon card. What? Eclipse. They eclipse you, or they're, I don't know. Their energy overpowers your energy. It's something about how they eclipse you. That's the power dynamic. That's crazy. Maybe you told this person that you were going to wait on them, or they asked you to wait on them. Child, I don't know. I don't see nobody in here that's a waiter, a server, a butler. I don't know. What's hidden that the collective doesn't see? What's hidden that the collective doesn't see? The Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords. Queen of Cups. Ooh. The Queen of Wands, I feel like, knows about the Queen of Cups. Or the Queen of Cups knows about the Queen of Wands. Somebody knows. It's two women. Why is the Queen of Wands what's hidden? Ooh, excuse me. Empress reverse. There's a side bitch. Somebody's got a mistress or side person. This is the one that they have fun with. There's one that they get pregnant and have a family with that they are responsible for. And there's one that they just play around with. 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Yeah. Somebody could also be dabbling and dibbling and dabbling and, you know, restitution with a P. Somebody's balancing their energy between 2 different people. And whoever this Queen of Wands is not the Empress. The Empress is reversed. And it gives me vibes of a whore. They give them money and it makes this person happy. Page of Swords. The Empress may know and they don't care. Somebody knows about somebody else. Like if a man is cheating on their wife, having an affair. We got the temptation card. Friends with benefits. You know, recovering from infidelity. It's like the wife knows the husband is cheating, but she don't care. 9 of Pentacles in the Moon card. Yeah, it's a younger woman. Somebody is looking or secretly watching a younger woman. Or secretly talking to a younger woman. 6 of Cups. Or somebody had a baby with somebody who's not their wife. I don't know. Wheel of Fortune, though, and the Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody's living a double life. Or they got 2 families. Or somebody is a Rolling Stone. They may travel for work. Somebody's going to leave you hanging, though. Maybe that's what happened and now they're coming to check on you. Or they're planning to come check on you. Don't be tempted to sleep with this person again. They're going to leave you high and dry with another baby. I'm just saying. Somebody's been holding back money too. Or they've been putting money into somebody else's household and you don't know about it. What's the advice? 5 of Wands, yeah. Somebody's coming to cause a problem. Because it's like, there could be a person who's planning to come and see you, but they're leaving some other drama that they're not telling you about behind. There could be somebody who's telling you that they don't have intimacy with their wife, or, you know, their wife doesn't sleep with them, but it could be because they're a cheater. Maybe they got an STD. Maybe they got something going on. I don't know. Check the disclaimer in the description box. But I feel like because it kind of feels like somebody is wanting to talk to you or engage with you in some way, shape, or form, because they're saying that, you know, whoever they have a family with or whoever they're married to only wants them for their money. But I feel like it's because they're not faithful, and that person who they're with knows about it, but they're not going to leave because they're staying for the money. Child. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. This is 10 Pentacles. Every time this person comes around in your life, they cause some type of conflict with what you're creating, what you're building. Okay. It's like this could also be a person who constantly makes you wait to receive the recognition that you deserve or feel like you deserve. It's like it's always a problem or an issue that pops up that prevents somebody from giving you what you deserve in a situation. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's your sign to know who this person is. It's like every time they come around, they cause problems. Every time they come around, it creates some type of conflict with your work, your job, or your business, your money. Or every time they come around, there's an excuse as to why they can't do what you need them to do, but you can still give them what they want. What's the Five of Wands? High Priestess. Yeah. Your intuition is telling you that there's some type of issue going on. The sun and the world. Yeah, I feel like the truth about this could be coming out. Somebody's infidelity could be coming out. Somebody could be telling you that they could possibly lose everything because somebody found out about cheating scandals, or they found out about a side piece that somebody had. Like, I don't know what this is about, how you're involved, or what's going on, but there's a man here that's married, Empress reversed, Emperor. There's a man here. We saw the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This man looks a certain way on the surface, but really they act a different way underneath the surface. And I feel like there's infidelity that's going to come to the surface with this person. The truth is coming out about this situation, and it's going to end a cycle. And I feel like your intuition told you to cut something off or end something with somebody because they were causing a problem. Maybe you know about this. Or your intuition is helping you understand what's going on when somebody else refuses to, like, give you the full story. It's like you're going to see clearly what's been hidden, or why there was something that told you to end things or cut things off with this person. You're going to see what's been hidden, that you know, why you felt like, you know, there was a problem coming up in the future. I feel like it's because someone is realizing something about money. There's been some type of discrepancy with money or finances. So if this is your husband, you could be finding out your husband been paying for prostitutes or cheating because there's an issue with the money. Or somebody may have found, like, a literal piece of jewelry or an item in their house. Like, if somebody had a side piece, the side piece was in the house, and the wife found a piece of their jewelry or something in the house. Two of Pentacles. Something about LL Cool J, child. Four of Swords. I'm not saying this reading is about LL Cool J. Calm down. But I just heard in the house, and he was on that show back in the day. So maybe it was a scenario or a storyline on the show. But someone is trying to, like, keep something together, keep the peace, and it's not working. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, I don't know. Somebody wants to settle this quietly. Maybe by bribing someone to stay quiet or keeping somebody quiet, but I don't know. The mistress seems to be causing conflict and threatening that they're going to expose this situation and end somebody's career or end somebody's life. Okay, that came out wrong. But listen, Freudian slips. Take it how it resonates. But it's like somebody's mistress is threatening to cause a problem for a person here, because this is going to cause a problem in their career. What's the High Priestess with this Five of Wands? Lord, the world reversed. Yeah. Something is not over. or something is not complete, or you don't have the full picture. You don't have a complete understanding of what happened in the situation, because the situation before, it wasn't over, but you're about to find out because now it's over. Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Yeah. It's like you didn't know the truth of a situation because you didn't know the truth. You didn't have all the details about what someone was doing when it comes to maybe like a third party situation, because it hadn't concluded yet, or you just didn't have all the information to have a clear understanding. You didn't see all the details, and then when you see it, it's like all the dots are going to start connecting for you as to why something ended between you and another person, or why you felt you needed to end something with another person. Like, because some of you guys may have gotten an intuitive nudge. Maybe you were dealing with somebody and you didn't know that they were married. You didn't know that they had a wife or a husband or kids or whatever. But something in your spirit told you need to cut this off with this person, or you need to stop doing this or whatever. It just didn't feel right. It was something about it that felt wrong, or it was some type of sign that you got that something was wrong. And you didn't know why, but you just did it. You were like, I need to jump off this crazy train. Because the power dynamics here are off, or somebody is like, I don't know. Somebody was giving you a bad vibe or something, and you cut things off, but you don't know the full story because you weren't privy to that information. Somebody was going through a lot of pain, or somebody was telling a lot of lies. But I feel like some type of clarity is going to be received, or you're going to find something out. Someone may talk to you or reach out to you and check on you and tell you what was going on, and you may get a different perspective. I'm not sure if there are any bad guys in this story, because I don't know what's going on, but I just feel like you guys don't have all the information. Look, lipstick evidence, caught cheating, betrayal, infidelity. What else? Sneaky link, hidden lover, low-key situationship, side piece, spiritually woke, self-aware, cutting through illusions, detaching from ego. Right. So there could have been a situation that woke someone up spiritually, an ego death that took place here because someone got caught cheating and there was some type of evidence. Like I said, somebody had their side piece in the house and there was something that got left there. Sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping. So you may hear about this through the grapevine, through some type of gossip. Roller coaster full of highs and lows, off and on again, hot, cold. Swept up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. I feel like you were with somebody who was hot and cold with you, where they were in and out. They weren't committing to you. They were kind of like only coming around to get what they wanted. I don't know exactly what this is, but I feel like you could have been swept up in a situation and not known the gravity of the situation. Because roller coasters are kind of anti-gravity. I don't know why I'm getting that, but you may have been so lost in the sauce and caught up in what was going on that you didn't see what somebody was really doing. You may have been really like in your head, or kind of delusional about something. New boo, new love, learning each other, flirtatious. Kinky ways, child, fantasies and fetishes, sexually open, looking to explore. Graduation day, leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. Yeah, it's like you're gaining some type of clarity or wisdom about the situation, learning your lesson about a situation. What is this? Because you don't know the truth. You don't understand the full story, or why something. I don't think you've grasped the full gravity of a situation because you don't have all the information. But your intuition is telling you that something is not over. Somebody may try to cause some type of conflict or problem. This could be a person also if you're married. So don't jump to conclusions. If you're in a happy marriage and your spouse is, usually pretty faithful, I wouldn't jump to conclusions about them being a cheater. I would just wait, because hold on. I would just, my son running around outside. I heard his voice, so I was just making sure he was all right. But I would just wait. If someone is accusing your spouse, your husband, your wife of cheating, I don't know. I wouldn't jump to conclusions because there could be a little manipulative bitch here who's been watching y'all and wanting to like steal your life. Okay? Trying to tempt your husband or wife to cheat, and your husband or wife may have said no. It's like that person may have gave your husband or wife the green light and your husband or wife was like, no. But because this person is envious and jealous, they may be threatening to put a story out online or expose somebody, and it could all be a lie. So just know what's going on. And, you know, I feel like don't jump to conclusions, because I do feel like somebody was propositioned for something. And this could even be a setup to somebody who's wealthy. Like somebody who's wealthy or well off could have been set up by a prostitute or somebody who was sent to them to make them look like they were a cheater. But they really aren't, because they said no. I don't know. What's this lipstick evidence sipping? Just be mindful. Just use your intuition. Page of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups. Yeah. So you could be worried that your spouse or your partner is cheating on you, and, you know, they got somebody new because people are gossiping or saying things. And this could even just be like watching too many tarot readings or sitting around with gossipy friends, and people are talking about how, you know, they noticed these signs and they found out their husband or their wife was cheating because they started to work late at work. And then you start looking at your situation and your spouse and you like, damn, they've been working late. Is they cheating on me too? And that may not be your story. You get what I'm saying? Like, these readings may not be your story, or like something may not apply to you. That's their situation. That's your friend and their husband's situation. That's your friend and their wife's situation. That might not be your situation with your spouse. And somebody could be trying to plant seeds of doubt in your mind because they're unhappy that they are no longer in a relationship with someone, or they're unhappy and bitter. They're unhappy and bitter because their spouse cheated on them. And, you know, sometimes people go through things where they have bad things happen to them and they're still recovering from it, but they're bitter. And it kind of feels like there's a person here who's bitter about what happened to them, and misery loves company, child. Misery loves company. It's like somebody is afraid that they're going to find out that who they're with is cheating on them, or that their person is cheating on them. That somebody is afraid that they're going to find out that someone is, you know, with someone new, or they have a new lover or whatever. And that may not be true. There could be some of you here who have an ex who's, or you could have an ex, or you could have a person that you had a situationship with that you decided to cut things off with, and they're having a conniption somewhere because they're worried about you finally having somebody else. And they're also scared that whoever they're with, who maybe they lied to you about, is going to find out about you. King of Wands, Eight of Wands. There's definitely somebody here who wants to communicate with the person. Not all of you are dealing with positive people, so just take it how it resonates. But there's somebody who definitely really wants to communicate with a person, has wanted to communicate and talk to someone for a long time about maybe why they fell off the face of the earth, why you don't hear from them, what happened. And it was probably because they had, I don't know, they was doing something. It's like they were overindulging. They were falling victim to temptation. Some of you are definitely dealing with a cheater or a liar. Some of you are dealing with somebody who's bitter because they were with a cheater and a liar, and they want you to be miserable with them and break up your marriage off of nothing. And they got you watching these readings and thinking that your spouse is cheating on you when they really not. So y'all are going to have to figure out which situation applies in your situation, because not all of y'all are dealing with the same situation. Okay. Pisces energy is out here strong with the Hangman and the High Priestess. You got Leo with the Sun card we kept seeing and the Strength. Aries or Taurus with the Emperor. Virgo with the Hermit. Possibly Taurus, Libra, or Virgo with the Empress. Or Scorpio, Libra. Scorpio, Libra, yeah, or Pisces, I guess. What's the advice? Adventure in reverse. Adventure is the path to new worlds. Okay. Gratitude. Be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart of gratitude. Yeah. Okay. Balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. Right. Some of you, I just realized what they were saying. Some of you maybe want your life to be more exciting, or how can I put this? Some of you may be with someone who's stereotypically considered to be boring. Some of you could be looking at celebrities, people who are famous, the stories in these readings, people who have a lot of drama going on in their life, and it could seem like an adventure, or it could seem very exciting, you know, for you to live that fast life, or for things to move fast, or people to have all that stuff going on. But be grateful that your life is balanced and things are not really crazy. Okay. Because I kind of feel like some of you guys could be worried. Some of you guys could be worried about like your relationship, your job. You know, you could be worried about things that you've kind of already graduated from or moved on from. And I'm not saying you're worried about it like you care, but there's parts of your lives that you've matured from. And Spirit is saying, be grateful that you too old for that shit. Okay. Be grateful that your life is boring. Be grateful that your spouse is boring. Be grateful that you know, don't have all this drama going on in your life, because the way it looks from the outside looking in is not how it is on the outside. I mean, it's not how it really is on the inside. I that's just what I feel. So I hope that helped you guys. Be sure to like, subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Get in the comments. Let me know if it resonated. If you found this reading beneficial, consider donating. It really helps out you guys. And I really appreciate it. Venmo, PayPal, Zelle below. If you do a super chat, that's great, but it helps the channel more if you use those other options. If you want to book a reading, that's linked below as well. If you want to get a weekly newsletter regarding what you guys may need to know or what you may encounter during the week, be sure to go to my website and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up and follow the email instructions. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.